Hello everyone, welcome to another episode where I analyze my subscribers' gameplay. The goal of this series is to try and make everyone aware of common mistakes and hopefully help a lot of you guys improve your gameplay. If you do find this series helpful, or enjoyable at the least, please consider dropping a like. Let's see if we can hit 10 likes on this video, and according to YouTube analytics, a small percentage of you guys watching are subscribed, so it would really mean a lot to me if you went down and subscribed. Anyway, with that being said, the timestamps for the 3 games I'll be analyzing will be on the screen right now. Okay, so the first game here is submitted by the guy on the left, TXIIYO, and they're playing this short map. I can't remember the name of this map, honestly, but yeah, I do know the meta for this, and the guy on the left is actually playing right. It is Ceramic Crucible, so I thought you guys should know. He's going Dartling, Boomer Farm, which is what you want to do, and he's anti-stalling, which is good. His opponent here on the right is going, it appears he's going Boat Boomer Farm, which is worse, but is also kind of viable. Like, you can pull off Boat, it's just difficult on this map, so I don't suggest it. And he starts out with a farm, which is really bad because he's not going to get any money because there's a guy on the left here anti-stalled. So as you can see, because TXIIYO, I'm just going to call him TX, because he anti-stalled, the guy on the right didn't get a banana round 1, so he should have gone for his Buccaneer first. But here he's just sending some spaced stuff, which I don't think is that good against the Buccaneer, but it still is going to force defense. And it looks like he's about to go for his farm himself. And here's a mistake made by the guy on the right. The guy on the right should have sent some balloons to force the 0-1 Dartling Gunner on from TX, basically. But now he allowed TX to get up his farm early, which is not something you want to let your opponent do. He's triple spiking the end, which I don't normally recommend, but since it's a short map, I actually would say it's okay, and I sometimes do it myself. So that's not a bad move. Here they should both definitely send some space pings, just to force defense. And TX sends some space pings, which is good. And the guy on the right went for his Buccaneer, which is very greedy. I think he's gonna leak all his spikes here, and he's also gonna lose a lot of lives, or some lives. Yeah, so he lost all his spikes, which was 60 lives basically, and he lost an additional 20. So because he just went for his farm, he lost basically 80 lives. So he's not playing this very well, and he's allowing the guy on the left, he's allowing TX to continue greeting for his farm. As you can see, TX just got up a plantation, and he still hasn't forced the 0-1 Dartling Gunner. So right now TX is kind of chilling, and TX is playing this pretty well so far, except for now. He just got up his Dartling Gunner. He shouldn't have done that. He should have let his opponent force it, but it's okay. Let's see. Oh, TX is balloon boosting blacks. Yeah, that's actually a fine rush. I'd say this is pretty good, and this is definitely gonna force either a boost or more defense on what's it called, Pooptasium's side. Never mind. Okay, here's another mistake TX made. He should have continued sending blacks here, because round 7 layer they would have done more damage. Mostly because the guy on the right was chasing. Anyway, let's keep on skipping forward a bit. Right here, TX needs to be careful in case he sends yellows, but it doesn't look like so because the guy on the right just went for his farm. TX is kind of chilling here, but the guy on the right has equal farms and he has more defense, and now he's out farming. And TX needs to go for his Dartlings in case of a rush. So far, I expect to see Lets. None of them sends Lets immediately around 10. At least the guy on the right should send some Lets, because that would force a Let detection on TX's side. But I don't know why he doesn't. It's kind of weird. There he goes. He waited until round 11, which you don't want to do, because now you just gave your opponent more time to save up. And yeah, now he's going to go for this. Now both of these are, what's it called? The guy on the right, okay, he sends a Camo Let, which is good. And here TX is going to need to upgrade his Dartlings a bit. And he does. This is unfortunately the Dartling glitch. Also, I don't believe it's worth going for this faster, or like even faster shooting, whatever it's called, on the Dartling Gunner. The thing that makes it blue. I think you should go for more 0-1 Dartling Gunners. They're better to just spam down. You can go for these a little bit later. But nonetheless, like, they're both playing pretty decent. Here, this is a wasted rush. You just send Okay, here, this is another dumb thing. You shouldn't send camo zebras, especially when you're sending so little. These camo zebras did exactly nothing. And I don't think Potassium need... Oh, okay, he actually did need to turbocharge that. Never mind. Maybe instead of turbocharging that, he should have just boosted. Oh, here comes another boosted rush. And he's actually forcing Potassium to sell everything. Fair enough. That was a really weird rush, though, I feel like. The one before. I don't think he needed to send regions. Mostly because there's not a lot of stuff here that's going to cause regen. Except for maybe the Buccaneers, but yeah. Anyway, let's skip on forward. TX is definitely in a better position, I feel like. And here, he's sending constant lets, but he has enough defense to be fine to this. I feel like, never mind. Oh, he forced a boost with the camo ceramic. This is the problem with Battles TV. It looked like he was fine. Now, Potassium should definitely punish with a Moab. Although I feel like TX would probably be fine to him up. He sends another camo ceramic, not really the play. As you can see, TX has so many Dartling Gunners up that camo ceramic is going to do nothing. Yeah, he didn't even leak from that, as you can see. The Dartling glitch is kind of annoying for this, I'm not going to lie. Anyway. Now TX sends a camo ceramic. Again, that's not going to do anything because you didn't send it layered with any AI and you didn't send anything up behind. His Buccaneer is going to be enough to take care of this. As you can see, this was just a waste of... How much does a camo ceramic cost? Like $660? Unless you're sending fast cooldown, then it's like more, I believe. Anyway, no, wait, nah, it's actually the same, I think. Okay, here he sends a Moab. That's okay, Moabs are pretty good here because it's easy to choke to a Moab. So let's see. He bloom boosts. I think against the bloom boosted Moab, you just want to boost it and then use the ability here. Oh, TX almost died to that. That was way too risky, I feel like. And Potassium does end up defending, but that was too risky on TX's side. He should have boosted, but he should have used his turbocharge, I think. Anyway, let's fast forward a bit. It looks like someone's about to die. They're both sending a BFB here. I don't think... Oh. And Potassium does send up stuff behind. And I think TX is going to die to this. Yep. Okay, so TX did go down here. I think TX had a lot of different opportunities where he could have rushed instead. Also, instead of sending a BFB here, which is a bad play by both of them actually, they both should have just all out with Moabs because none of them can defend all out Moabs. Legit sell all your farms, sell a lot of your defense, and just boost Moabs immediately as round 20 comes. And whoever boosted Moabs first died. As you notice, TX didn't die to the BFB, he died to all the Moabs. So there was no reason to send a BFB. So had you just sent Moabs here exactly as round 20 started, you would have won this game, basically. Anyway, thanks for submitting the clip, TX. I'm going to be moving on to game number 2 now. Okay, so our next clip here is submitted by Hazen, the guy on the bottom. They're playing Moab Pit, and they are playing this map. And again, I forgot the name of the map, I'm sorry. But he's playing against Animal Pass Prime. I think I've seen this guy before, but I don't know who he is. So, guy on the left is going Wiz, he's going Ice Heli, and the guy on the right is going Wiz Tac, and it is Hazen that is our guy. So let's see how he plays this game. If you know your opponent, by the way, he doesn't know anything here, but if you know your opponent is going Heli Ice, you want to anti-stall, because you don't want to allow them to get up a BIA, that's very important. He spikes the end, you can see his golden projectiles. This might actually be Pewt BTD. I'm not sure. Could be. Just because I know that he names himself a lot of animal names. Alright, so let's see. Hazen sends a little bit of stuff here. And Animal starts out with an ice immediately. And he didn't upgrade his ice to the left side. He probably will in a little bit, I think. But he went for his farm first, so he is greeting for his farm. Hazen needs to be a lot more aggressive here. Not right now, but Hazen should be more aggressive here, I think. Yeah. So what's good to do here is start by sending a few, from Hazen's perspective, is start sending some reds and then follow them up with blues. The reason you want to do that is because you want to force defense, and it's good to be aggressive here. Okay, Hazen is finally starting to rush, but you should have started a little sooner. Because as you can see right now, Animal Pass Prime just got up his, farm, and you don't want that. You don't want to allow them to get up a farm. But he is being aggressive. It's good. You just should have started sooner, Hazen. Anyway, let's see here. Nice, he's forcing the wizard. Now I would send a bunch of ice or a bunch of like pinks or something up behind, I think. He's only upgrading the wizard so that it slows everything down, not so it pops it. And this is so he can farm more. So yeah. I feel like here Animal should send a couple of pinks just to force Hazen's defense if he can. But yeah, it doesn't really matter because if this goes late, then Animal does win the game as he has the better late game strategy. Okay, he did send a few pinks, but it wasn't enough to force defense from Hazen. Let's fast forward a bit here. Let's see how this goes down. Okay, he sends blacks. He sent one black, and the one black was enough to force defense. This is good. I don't think Hazen should have gotten that up from one black. He should have sent like 2 or 3. The reason for this is if your opponent only sends 1 set of blacks, then you know they are only doing it just to force a little bit of defense. Allow them to send some more. This will also drain Animal's eco a bit. But as you can see right now, we're on round 6, and Hazen has allowed Animal to get up 2 plantations. Hazen, you need to be more aggressive, because if he gets up a BIA, then you lose. You just automatically lose. But it does look like Animal is going to get up the BIA because it's round 3 and he already has 2.5 plantation, which is bad. Hazen is just keeping up in farms right now, which is not what you want to do. You really don't. You need to force some sort of defense. Just send him anything, really. Just be aggressive. Like round 6, boosted greens, whatever. Probably not boosted, but send some greens, anything. Okay, Animal now has 3 farms, and it's clear here that Animal is going to get up the BIA. There's no way Hazen can deny it now, because he's been playing too passive. Hazen is now going for another farm, which again, Hazen, I mean, great that you're farming, but why? Like, you're gonna lose late. Your opponent has the better strategy. You're not going to win here. Okay, now he's starting to send some whites. Again, you should probably... I actually, when going against Heli Ice, I like to boost some yellows first. Therefore, I will get the Heli away from the beginning, and then after the yellows, I will send some region whites. This tends to be pretty good, but as you can see right now, the Heli player, Animal, can just pop all of the whites and get up his second ice. So he's chilling here. And there's no denying the BIA right now, or preventing it. Animal might even get around 13 BIA, I think. I don't think he's going to be dumb enough to go for the round 12 because that can really be punished. So yeah. Let's see here. This is a very, very bad wizard spot because as you can see right now, his wizard that Hazen got up, it can't reach the end. Like, right now, you want to put your wizard right where my mouse is, like a little bit above your farmer, because this way it can actually hit the end and the beginning. Right now it can only hit the beginning, which is bad, which makes it easier to layer rushes against you and get them past. So this is definitely a very terrible wizard spot. And Animal goes for the round 13 BIA. And yeah, Hazen has just fully allowed it. And now Hazen goes for a BIA of his own on the beginning of round 14. You do want to go for the BIA at the end of round 14. That way you get all of your farm's money more, I'd say. But yeah. Also, Hazen, I don't know why you're going BIA. Why go passive against a strategy that is going to outplay you? Your wizard and your tag is not going to beat Heli Ice. Unless, of course, the Heli Ice player really messes up. But yeah, this is just winning for Animal here. I think Hazen has played way too passive and he should probably surrender. Okay, now he goes for a good... Okay, he boosted this, but he actually goes for a good second wizard spot. This is what you want. But yeah, you should definitely at least try and force some boost or hope that Animal chokes. But no matter what you do here, Animal has just won because he can defend anything now. You allowed the round 13 BIA nonetheless. Normally you want to try and prevent the BIA as much as you can, but this is bad. Okay, he sends a Moab. And he did force a boost from Animal, which is good. He leaks down to 47, but he's still chilling. And it still looks like Hazen is... Yeah, Hazen is not doing good here. I mean, he does have a BIA. I don't know if he had to collect his BIA, actually. He could have. Okay, Animal just collected his BIA, and now he went for... What is that? He went for a second BIA to get even more eco. And those 2 mobs were just useless. You should have sent a BFB again. But as I said, like, you've played this game to the point where you allowed your opponent to outfarm you so heavily that it's just gonna go late, and he's just gonna win late game. Now Hazen is getting angry, it appears. He does send a BFB, but I feel like Animal should easily defend this. Yeah, he does. He just upgrades to the what's it called, to the 4-2 heli, and he's fine here. And now he forces a Maelstrom from Hazen. I'm thinking that Animal is probably going to rush Hazen soon and kill him, because Hazen doesn't have a lot of money. Hazen waited a long time before he collected his BI, and now he went for a facility. Alright, and yeah, Animal does send him a CMG, and I feel like this is what's going to kill Hazen. And he boosted perfectly. Nice. Yeah, those are not going to do anything. You need more wizards, and you need to boost this, and you need to Maelstrom the end, if you don't want to die here. Okay. Beside the fact that Hazen went against a really good player here, his biggest mistake was definitely that he was too passive in the beginning. You need, when you go against Heli Ice, you really want to anti-stall and you want to be very aggressive, because Whiz Tag is actually a very good strategy to be aggressive. You can farm on and you can be aggressive at the same time. Animal needs to play very passive in the beginning so he can farm, which is why you need to force as much defense and boosts and whatever as possible. But you completely allowed him to get up all these farms and around 13 BIA as well. Never allow your opponent that, because if Heli Ice gets up a BIA around 13 or 14 and they then defend your rush after that, they've won the game. This is where you surrender. Anyway, thanks for submitting the clip, Hazen. I hope you did learn a little bit from your mistakes in this game. And I'm going to be moving on to the last game now. So our final clip here is a BFB Coliseum clip posted by Arx, the guy on the bottom here, aka the guy on the right. And they are both going a mirror match here. It is BFB Coliseum 2-0, boost only. And they're both going Whiz Tack. Playman Marty starts out with anti-stalling, which is actually decent in case your opponent goes Heli or Cobra. So I'd say anti-stalling is sometimes good. But since Arx is going Whiz Tack as well, he doesn't really let it bother him. They both go for the farm here. And Arx also puts down a spike. So yeah, let's see how this game ends up. They're both going to start with the correct tag spot. So it does look like these people are experienced. Arx could have sent a little bit more stuff if he wanted to. He's sending some space blues. That's not really going to do much. If you want to get a few leaks, I mean, in the beginning here, you do want to send a few reds first. Okay, this is actually bad because Playman just went for his tag shooter, which you don't really need to do. There's no real reason to go for your tag shooter yet. I'd say always here, just go for your plantation first, as Arx does. Because these pinks here you're not gonna leak a lot from them, and you can always spike them. It's worth it. So definitely go for the farm first. Now Arx is going to outfarm him a bit. Marty continues sending a few pinks here until he finally forces faster forces the tag shooter. Now I can see that Playman Marty here. He doesn't have faster shooting on his tag shooter. So okay, this is actually a really good play by Arx. He sends a few blacks just to force the faster shooting, which is definitely what you want. Also, another tip I want to give here real quick is notice how Arx doesn't send all 5 blacks at once. He only sends a few spaced, just because he's going to stop rushing as soon as he gets up his faster tag shooter. So there he goes. Playman Marty got up his tag shooter, like his faster shooting, and now they're both pretty even. I think Arx probably has a little bit more money. They both just went for the second plantation. I could tell by Marty's money that he just got up a plantation in the corner. So yeah, pretty even game right now. I hope nobody sends you yellows on round 8, because that is useless. They don't. They both go for the farm, which is the correct play. And this game ends at 4 minutes and 11 seconds. So I'm actually excited. I think this game is probably going to end to around 13 rush with some camos perhaps. Alright, around 10 they both sent a lead, which is nice. I think they're both going to go for the wizard, and yep. And they both go for the exact same wizard spot, which is like the best wizard spot right here, which is really good. Playman Marty boosted this for some reason. He says, oops, I think Playman Marty here might have misclicked because there was no reason to boost this. I think he misclicked for sure. And okay, here Arx actually didn't need to go for that second tag because he was completely fine against this rush. And okay, Marty is now going to force Arx's, what's it called? Try and force his Dragon's Breath. Arx doesn't go for it. Arx instead sends him a big, just regular Zebra Rush. Playman Martin, however, is fine against it. And they both have really good farms. I think, yeah, Marty here is out farming a bit though. Okay, that's a weird rush. Oh, that's actually a pretty big rush, damn. That regrowed really well. And Marty does end up going down here. Okay, I'd say these people, except for Marty's accidental boost, they actually played this pretty well. Thing is, Marty could have easily defended this. All he needed to do was just get up a Dragon's Breath a bit earlier, and then keep his tag shooter up just in case of anything behind, and then just boost that immediately. He would have probably been more than fine. So it's definitely a choke play by Marty here, but I say Arx did play this pretty well. And Marty's mistake was going for too much defense in the beginning when he didn't need to. But yeah, there's not too many things you can learn from all these high arenas because mostly the players don't make that many obvious mistakes. But those were the only mistakes that I did find in this game, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for submitting the clip, Arx. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys did end up enjoying this video. And yeah, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.
Life can be super happy, life can be super sad. I'm trying super hard to separate the good and bad. I go back to my future just to get to my past. But knowing me, my DeLorean will probably crash. Sometimes I get in a taxi when I ain't got no cash. Worry if my credit card don't work, then I might have to dash.